So, the vast majority of the state is in phase four. Regions six and eight are in phase five. We're watching the numbers very closely. We're concerned. We know that people are moving around a lot more. We've engaged more sectors of our economy. We are seeing some increase in positive tests. And so, really understanding the context of those is what's so important here. If you see a spike in an area, and it's limited to one place of employment or one, restaurant, that's something that we can isolate pretty quickly and keep from growing exponentially. If it is not associated with one, situation, then that's a lot more concerning. And so as we see these numbers, we've got to do the tracing, and that's how we identify what the inherent risk is in a particular area. My goal is to have the whole state to phase five by the 4th of July. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. We're going to have to keep watching the data and watching very closely. What we see happening across the country shows you that we still have COVID-19. We are still at a very high risk of exponential spread, and that's why mask wearing is so important. We can't let a mask become a political statement. This is about our public health. This is about every one of your viewers and their families and communities. And so when two people are wearing a mask, we really bring down the risk of spread to 1.5%. That's why it's so important we all continue to do our best on that front. I think it's very concerning. They are now where we were 3 months ago, worrying about whether or not they've got enough PPE to keep their front line at the hospital safe, worried about bed capacity in their hospitals. States, unlike Michigan, maybe who didn't take this as aggressively and take actions to promulgate masks and best practices and keep people home, are really suffering right now. And I think it's maybe an opportunity for us to see how that is playing out, to reaffirm for ourselves. We've made great sacrifice. It came at a great cost. We've lost over 6,000 people to COVID-19. We have seen businesses that may not make it through this experience and people trying to get back to work. And yet COVID-19 is still very present. And that's why it's really important that as we see this playing out across the country, we are unanimous in one thing I predict, and that is we never want to go through this stay home, stay safe order again.